ahead and record. Okay, I'm going to show you all two things on KV Core today that I think will be helpful. One is a way to organize your database, so that way it's easier to find stuff. So let me go to my Chrome. All right, so obviously, like this is your KV Core, like when you open it up. This is all activity. If I want to change this, I can go to property questions, and then anyone who has viewed any of my information or whatever, I can, oh, sorry, this is property views. So any of my buyers who are actually in there and they're searching around, I can see the homes that they see. I can see, are they looking at them on their desktop or on their phone? How long ago was it that they looked at it, and how many times did they look at it? So for example, this client right here is looking at quite a few houses, all in different price ranges. And Chris has actually reached out to this person because he knew who it was. But I can see who's viewing and how many times. Then I can look at these. So I see this is another person that was looking at it 2 weeks ago. So what it does is it lets you know who's active on your website by just changing this drop-down menu from all activity to property views. If they asked you questions, so like on the squeeze page, it says ask a question. If they asked a question, it's going to come in here. Now this one I put on myself. So on the new squeeze page, on the new seller squeeze page, it says, do you agree with this? And you can say yes or no, and then you can add a comment. So I wanted to see where would the comments go. Well, that's where they go. Okay, so it goes in the questions. Showing request. If you put a squeeze page out there and someone wants to view it, it's not going to send the showing request to the listing agent. It's going to send it to you, and it'll do it inside of your KV Core right here. Valuations. If you do a seller squeeze page and you want to see who wanted to know what their house is worth, you click on here and it'll let you know who it was. So you see, I've done a few of these. All right, 8 months ago, this guy did it. 7 months ago, this guy did it. So you can see where, like, are people actually doing, like, are they asking? New leads that have come in, if you want to grab them all at one time and see what they're doing, you just click on that new lead. And then on this new lead, you can see all the people. You can also see how they're coming in. These came in through a landing page. This one came through a landing page. This one was a manual ad. This one came directly from my website, This was a manual ad. So that way you can see how are people getting into it. If it says organic website, that's a landing page. If it says direct website, then that's typically a squeeze page. All right. The other thing is you can see all the text messages that you've received. So if you want to be able to answer all the text messages, notice some people are telling me stop, and it's the reason why is because I'm sending them a lot of information and they just get mad. Crap, that sounds great. Well, that's wonderful. I'm so glad it sounds great. I'm gonna call them. Then you can see emails, your hot leads, new listings, emails, all that kind of stuff. Down here, these are where all your tasks are. So let's say that I did an open house and I got some leads and I want to call them. And so what I do is, like, when they enter into my KV Core, I set up a task to call them, like on Monday. Well, if I had that, this is where it would show up. Now you get an email from KV Core whenever you tell them, hey, send this email to me. So this is the task. This is the only tap. Due today, no results. Okay, let's do upcoming. So tomorrow I need to send an email out for a 1 year. And then right here, here's another one on the 21st of October. So this guy's lived in his house for a year. So I want to send them an email telling them happy anniversary. All right. These are all the ones that are past due. Okay. Your smart CRM is where all your contacts live. Now, my contacts, because I have so many for different reasons, I created these little, and they're called saved filters. So like if I want to get all of the people who live in Sun Groves at one time, I click on here. And everyone who has, who's been saved as a Sungroves person or how I filtered them, they're going to be there. Okay. So I have them, they're all at one time. The people who attended the Rewire retreat, the female agents, I click right here. Here they all are. So you can save these filters. So let me show you how to do it. You're going to go to all of your contacts. And then you go to filters. Now, I do not use these contact statuses. And the reason why is because KV Core will move people around. They'll be like, oh, you're a sphere because you're brand new. Oh, you're now a prospect because like you did something. Oh, you did something else and now you're a new lead. Oh, you did. I don't like KV Core to be in charge of how I organize people. I want to be in charge. And so I'll go to what's called contact details. In the contact details, you can select all of the people that you have put in as a buyer. So these are all of your buyers right now. Notice this one says agent and agent. This one says buyer and seller, buyer and seller. Okay. So I could select all of the people who are my buyers that I've met at open houses. Okay. Or this is the way I like to do it. I like to sort people by hashtags. And the reason why is because I use hashtags for everything inside of KV Core. It's how I organize my system. And so, for example, my Sungroves one, I put in Sungroves. Here's my hashtag that I already had set up. And then you click apply the filter because you want to make sure that, you know, you've got people in that filter, right? So I've got everybody over here. There's going to be 8 pages. Now, let's say that tomorrow I get a new person who lives in Sungroves. When I add that hashtag Sungroves to them, they are automatically going to be added into this saved filter. I don't have to do nothing. And the reason why is because I said anybody who has this hashtag, put them in this little saved group. Now, I'm not going to actually do it, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So once you have the people that you want, you hit save filter. And it's going to say, what do you want to name this filter? So you name them whatever you want. I put Sungroves because those are the people who live there. Then I'm going to click this button over that says pin this filter as a quick link at the top of my CRM. And then I hit save that new filter. And what it'll do, I'm going to go ahead and hit X. I'm going to cancel. Okay. Then when I go to my CRM, it'll have all of these saved filters, and then I just grab whoever I want. Okay. Now, another way that this is helpful is because let's say that I want to send like a mass email to all the people who live in Sungroves. Okay. You all saw how many pages there were, right? There's 8 pages of people. If I click on this button for all of those people, I might have to do it 8 times. I don't have time to do that. So if I go to marketing and I go to the row where it says schedule mass email, because I have these as a saved filter. See, look, it says contacts matching the criteria from what saved filter. So I'm going to click that button. I want everybody in that Sungrove saved filter. And now I can schedule an email for them. Now I can make it today. These are on Eastern time though. So like we have to do the subtraction. So even though it says 1:30, that's actually going to be 10:30 our time. So just know, like, it's not going to send it at 1:30 in the afternoon today. It'll send it at 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern time, which is 10:30 here. So I'm going to click what time. I'm going to make it 3 o'clock. So that way it doesn't automatically. If you have created a template, which is what I'm going to show you how to do today, you can click right here. And let's say that I want to, hang on. There it is. So this is what I'm going to show you all how to create today. It's called a template. So what I did was I added social media. Guess where that Facebook button takes them to? The neighborhood Facebook group. Because if they haven't joined, I want them to join and I want them to click on that button and they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have FOMO. I have fear of missing out. we're going to start adding some more people to our Facebook group, which is good because that's when they get to know us. Now, I added the Instagram. That Instagram is just my personal Instagram. You don't have to add that on there. You can also add additional ones. This right here is the cover photo of our Facebook group. Okay. So if they're already a member of that group and they see that picture, they're going to be like, oh, this is from Chris and Jackie. So now they're going to be triggered to read it. Now on here, I just had like this was, and I just did this today. Like I was doing it for another group. I was showing them how to use these. So right here, see where it says first name? That is a merge tag. So what that means is when it sends it to Paula, Greg, and Orlantha, it's going to send it directly to their name. So it's going to have their name on there. So that way it looks like this was a personal email that was sent just to you specifically. So then I introduced myself. Hey, it's Jackie Durbin. I wanted to let you know I'm going to be sending you a monthly newsletter for things going on in the neighborhood as well as in Chandler. We would like to also spotlight any small or large business owners. If you would like to be included in the spotlight, please use the link below to share your business information. Okay. And then what I can do, these little push buttons over here, I can add a Google form link. So that way they can go ahead and add their business information, because who doesn't want to spotlight their business? Okay. Now, do we have most of those people? Yes. But guess what? New people move in the neighborhood all the time. So maybe we're missing some. Then I added, this is called a divider because I just wanted them to see like, hey, this is now we're going into a new section. So on these, you can add a video. So maybe my video is because, I mean, y'all all know where Sungroves is, right? So they're building that casino. Everybody's feeling all some kind of way about that casino coming in. I'm like, look, there's nothing you can do about it. So get over it. Either sell your house and we'll help you, or stay and walk to the casino, your choice. But what I could do is I could go over there, do videos of, hey guys, look what they're working on now. And then maybe if any of the people who happen to be there could give me some information about it, like, hey guys, you know, do we have like a set date of when it's going to open? Do you have an idea? That way I'm giving them information. So this could almost be a, you know, Sungroves News brought to you by Jackie Durbin. All right. And I can make it funny because the point is I want them to watch it. Okay. It doesn't have to be golden stuff. Like I don't have to be like, you know, groundbreaking news, you know, but just fun stuff. Hey guys, this is Jackie. I'm coming to you live from the park where we see kids playing. Yes. Now, guys, make sure that you are being safe at the park. We have heard about some people who were coming by taking videos of children. That was not me. So make sure that you are telling, you know, reminding your child to stay safe, that if they go with friends, they should leave with the friends. Do not leave people alone at the park, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Hey guys, this is Jackie Durbin coming to you live from Sungroves News, where we see Navarette. Did you know that Navarette is having their fall ball and vendor fair on this date at this time? Hope to see you there. Come by and say hi to Chris and I. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, okay? It's just something to stay in front of all the people who live in my neighborhood. Then I'm going to have an owner spotlight. Now I'm going to ask that owner for October, hey, would you like to do a video? Would you like me to video you so that way you can talk to the people in the neighborhood and tell them about your business? If they do, I'm going to create a thumbnail on Canva and it's going to say Jackie Smith, owner of Smith Plumbing. Okay. And I'll have a picture of them. And then it'll go to their video that talks about their plumbing business. Maybe they're like, no video for me. So what I did right here was I did a push button. And if they have a website, I can put the link to their website. So that way people can get more information. Excuse me. With holidays coming up, one of the things that Chris did for Sungroves one year was he made a map of all the people who were handing out candy, because, you know, little kids don't like to walk a whole long time, but they want to get a lot of candy. So if there were certain parcels where a lot of people were trick-or-treating that way, they could go there instead of like walking all over their parcel and there was nobody trick-or-treating. So could that be something? Yes. Could I show highlights of, you know, this could be highlights from Halloween 2021, Hallapalooza, whatever. If I'm taking videos and it's kids other than my own, I need to ask the parent, hey, is it okay if I, you know, collect video footage to be able to put on the Facebook group? Okay. Not everybody is okay with their kid's life being documented on social media. So I need to ask for permission first, especially if it's not my kid. Okay. And then I'm going to close this up and then I'm going to send this out to everybody. Okay. Now this template, when I scheduled this email, let's say that now it's November and I want to make changes. Maybe I want to change this. All I have to do is go in here, take this out, add something new. Okay. In here, I'm going to take this out. Okay. I'm going to add something new and then I'm going to hit schedule. Okay. So there it is scheduled. Now let's go ahead and look at this and make sure that it made the changes to mine. And it did. Okay. So if there's things I want to leave in there and I want it to be there all the time, what I'm saying is you don't have to change it every time. So let's say that I scheduled this and now I want to not schedule it anymore. Okay. I don't want this scheduled. All I have to do is click this X button. Do you want to delete the scheduled email? Yes. And now it's gone. Okay. So it's just a nice way where you can send stuff out to people who are in your database and it'll just look a little bit cleaner than just a regular old email. All right. So how do I create those? You're going to go to marketing and smart campaigns. Inside of the smart campaigns, you're going to click templates because that's what this is. It's an email template. That's all it is. So you're going to add a template. That's an email. And you're going to name it whatever you want it to be named. No one's going to see the name except you. Okay. So this might be holiday newsletter. Okay. And I'm going to make this for Sungroves. The subject is what they will see. So maybe it's say holidays brought to you by Sungroves. Okay. Now I click this advanced editor. I say yes. And now I have this ability to be able to add in whatever I want. Okay, so it's a blank canvas. The first thing that I added was the social media tags. So this is how it shows it originally. I'm going to hold on here and now I get all of these different choices. So notice mine were those black squares. There they are. Now in here, it's just going to, if I don't make these changes, it's just going to take them to facebook.com. It's just going to take them to twitter.com. It's just going to take them to instagram.com. So in order to make those click links go where I want them to, I have to actually go to it. So I could go to Facebook and I go to the Sungroves group. And because I'm on my computer, it has those URLs that I need. So I click on the Sungroves friends. And then I'm going to grab that URL up top. I take this out and I paste this in. So now when they click on this Facebook button, that's where it's going to take them to the Sungroves group. We don't have a Twitter account, thank God, because people are crazy on Twitter. I just delete it. Now it's gone. We don't have an Instagram. I can delete it. Now it's gone. We don't have a LinkedIn. I can delete it. It's gone. Then you can add other icons. So like if you have a YouTube channel that's specific, that's good for them, then go ahead and add that in there. And there's YouTube. The other day I was trying to add, what's it called? TikTok. And I was like, where's the TikTok thing? It's this one right here. So like, but it always tells you, which is nice. Okay. Then it has more options. This is the title. This is the alternative title. And this is the URL. I don't know why it needs all of that information. Same thing. So you can add whatever links you want to. All right. You can have them go over to the left. You can have them go over to the right. You can have them in the center. I would have them in the center. This is the spacing. If you want them wider, you just click on it. And that way they're a little bit further apart. The padding is like the space around it. I usually leave it the same, but you can make it where it's smaller. See how now it's really tight around that content. So now I'm going to add this 15 so that we can see and see how now there's like more spacing around it. That's what the padding is. And it's just for that specific one. All right. So I've made all the changes I need to my social media. What's the next thing I want to add? Maybe I want to add a picture. So I click content again, and it gives me all these choices. Now I can't just click on it. I have to click on it and then drag it over to where it says drag it here. If I just go like right here, let's say I go like that, see, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. So I have to tell it, I want it to drag it here. And then there's my picture. So I can browse any images that I've used before, stay in this little library. So there's the one that I used before, or any in the past. So the good thing is you don't have to upload one every single time. So I just click on it and now there it is. Okay. All right, this is good. Alternate text. Where's that going to go? It didn't go anywhere, did it? No. So I don't know what the purpose of that is. Okay. All right. Now, if I want to add more, I just have to hit content again. And then that's when I get those buttons. So maybe I want to add some text. I'm going to drag it in there. Now, the merge tags are how you make it where it looks personal to the person that you're sending it to. So if I click here, then it'll tell KB Core, use their first and last name, use their first name, use their last name, use their whole name. Okay. So I can put their whole name in there. All right. And then I can just type away whatever I want to tell them. I would usually keep it pretty short just because people have very short attention spans. So you don't want to like write them a whole book in this email. You just want to give them like, hey, happy October. It's October, especially if you're going to send it every month. Over here is where you can change the text color. If you add any links, that's the link color. This is the line height. So basically it just makes it where it's a little more spaced. This is your spacing for your letters. So you notice it makes it a little more spaced. This is the padding option. If you want to change that, you can. So that way it's closer together or more in the middle. It's totally up to you. That's just a personal preference. Once I've added all the text and I've got that the way I want it, I click content again, and now I can add a push button. So a push button is basically like sending them to a URL. So I click on the button around the borders, and here's the URL of where I want to send them. Okay. And then if I click on this word button, then I can add whatever I want. Okay. So it could be, you know, I don't know, Bill Gates, your neighborhood pool guy. Let's connect. And when you click on that, it goes to his website. Notice that push button will get bigger for you. So you're like, you can, and maybe I'm going to say, let's connect. See how it goes down? It makes it larger. So I would put all of his information in there. I would put his name. I would put the name of his company. I would maybe even put his phone number so that people can connect with him. And then that URL could go to his business website. Okay. Maybe I'm finished with that one and I want to add some more stuff. So I'm going to hit content. This is that divider, just that line. This is the video. Whatever I was going to send, I would just make sure that I'm committed to doing it every single month. Okay. Now, when I send this out the first time to all my neighbors, I may want to ask them to go ahead and fill out this survey. So that way they can tell me whatever. Maybe the survey is going to be like, what type of content would you find most valuable and entertaining on our Facebook group? Now, Chris and I are not doing that because we've already established our Facebook group. Like we got a good thing going. We don't want to change anything up. Okay. But as you're beginning it, ask the people, what would you enjoy knowing about in our neighborhood group? Okay. I'm sure people do not want to know where the dogs are pooping in the park. That's not, we don't want to have that in the group. Okay. Or maybe you're getting it started and you want to ask people what type of rules would they like in the neighborhood group. People will probably say no politics. Let's keep it positive. I would like to be able to, not see for sale signs all the time. Like, oh, I'm selling this table. Oh, who wants my swing set? Oh, who wants this? So not a buy and sell group. But you could ask them, the more people feel like they're involved in the group, the more active they'll be in the group. You could also, hang on a second. You could also ask them, like the neighborhood, do you have a business? So how do you create those things? Let me show you. And this is where I get super excited because this is what I used to teach teachers. Okay, whoops, not googly. Holy crap. Can I just type? Okay, let's just go to Google. All right. So when you go to your Google, you see this tic-tac-toe board. That's what I call it because that's what it looks like, a tic-tac-toe board. When you click on that, you can go to your drive. That's like your hard drive where all your stuff's saved, right? And what you're going to create is going to be a form. So you click on new and you want to do a form. And it's just a blank form. Okay. So it says form, it's like a survey. All right. So you're going to title your survey, whatever your neighborhood is. So I'm going to title mine Sungroves. That's not what I typed. Sungroves Business Directory. Okay. So now I'm going to give them a little bit of information. So I'm going to say, hey, neighbors, we have new, let's see. Since the beginning of this group, we have added quite a few members. And more are being added each day. If you are a small or large business owner, we want to support you. Whoops. Please take a minute and fill out this survey to help neighbors support you. Okay. Now, I want to let them know businesses can be pool, lawn, painting, flooring. Like I want to let them know, like, this includes everybody. Okay. Maybe it's a handyman. Maybe it's dog walkers. Maybe it's babysitters, whatever. Okay. And the reason why I want to do that is because I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, my business is too small for them to support me. Okay. So here's the first question. I need to know their name. I need to know who the business owner is. And I want this to be required. Now it should default to a short answer, but I'm going to go ahead and make it required. My next question is going to be their email and their phone number. Again, I want it to be short answer. It should default. Okay. Name of your business. Okay, good. It kept it on there. Now these, I'm not going to make them where they're required because guess what? They're going to want to give me this information. Okay. Name of the business, description of your business. What do you do? This could be a paragraph. That's fine. Doesn't mean they have to write it in a paragraph. It just gives them more lines. My next thing is going to be, let's see, the name of their business, description of their business, website. Yes, I want their website because I want to be able to put it in there. And then I'm going to ask, when we spotlight your business, on the Sun Groves newsletter. Would you like to include a video of yourself as an introduction to the neighbors? Why do I want to know that? Well, because if they do, then that means I need to schedule that. Okay. So I'm going to make this a multiple choice and I'm going to say yes, no, or maybe. Why am I going to say maybe? Well, because I don't want people to just say yes or no, because the no's may be not really a no, but it's a maybe. Like, I don't really know if I want to be on the video. I'll be like, dude, this is, no, it's just for fun. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to add some text at the end. And all I'm going to say is, thank you so much. Chris and I look forward to helping you grow your business. If we can be of assistance, reach out via call or text. Then I'm going to put Chris. And I'm going to put me. Okay. Now, this is finished. Okay. Once I click over here, it's going to change this title to, because right now it says untitled form. Now it's the title, the form I want. Now, purple is a great color. It's just not my color. Okay. So maybe I want to choose an image up at the top. Well, remember I had uploaded that picture of the Sun Groves friend group. So I'm probably going to want to use that. So I'm going to click photos. Now it doesn't let you use the whole thing just because like this is just like the header. So it's only going to do part of it. Okay. So I'm going to use this part. I'm going to click done. Now what it's going to do is Google is going to brand this so that way the colors match. So the purple is going to go away and now it's got that red color. Okay. It also gives me other color options down here. So like if I don't like that color, if I want it yellow, if I wanted the green, whatever color I want to add, I probably wouldn't add that blue because that's just a little too much. I do like this color. This is the background. So right now this is the background color. If I want it to be darker, I can. If I want it to be white, I can. Okay. Now, once I finish this up, obviously I need to share this, right? I wanted to put this in that email that I'm going to send to them. So I'm going to hit send and I'm going to click this link button. I'm going to shorten the link because that's a really long link. I'm going to copy it. And now when I go into KV Core and I do this push button, I'm going to say, register your small or large business now. This URL is going to be that forms. Okay. Now you can add this template. Okay. You can hit preview so that way you see what it looks like. So this is what it's going to look like when people open this up on their computer. Okay. I can click mobile to see what it would look like on their phone. And then I can click send a test. I always send a test and it sends it to myself. So what it'll do is it'll say, look, we sent you this thing. Yay. All right. So now I'm going to go to my email. And it'll come up here. Hang on just a second. And the reason why I send a test to myself is because I want to make sure all the links work right. The last thing I want to do is send something out. Okay, so here it was. Here it is. So the only link that I put on here was this. So let me click this. And there's their survey. Okay, so I send them this survey. They're going to go ahead and answer it. When they answer it, I'm going to go back into my drive and see where it says responses. That's where all their answers will be. So then I can actually create like a directory for them. Okay. And then I can schedule out everybody. The other thing that I had in here, remember, was the Facebook group. When they click on that Facebook, it goes straight to the friends group. If they haven't joined, they can go ahead and join now. So down in my email, I might say like, hey guys, if you have not already, if you're not a member of the Sungroves Friends group, click the Facebook icon up above and go ahead and see what's going on in our group. We'd love for you to be a part of it and provide some more value. Once you create that template, all you do is you hit add template. So you have to keep in mind what you titled your template, because that's how you find it. So I'm going to add it. Now it's in my template library, not my campaign library, but my template library with emails. So now I can go to marketing. I can schedule a mass email. I can add that scheduled email. Choose all the people from Sungroves in my saved filter. Go to my template. My template was called holidays. Can I type? There we go. So there's the newsletter. Everything's on there the way I want it. If I need to make changes, I can make changes on here and then schedule it. This is the date. I can have this go out as far out as I want. So that's why it's nice, because then you can time block your time and just go ahead and schedule all your emails for next month. I can schedule the time I want it to go out. Remember, it's on Eastern time. So even though this says 5:30, it's going to go out at 2:30 our time. Then I schedule it. And then it's going to show up how many people are actually going to get this email. This many people. So Paula, I think your neighborhood is put in your database, correct? Or in your KV Core?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yours is good to go. Greg, do we have your neighborhood information from Chicago Title or from whoever?
No.
All right, what's the name of your neighborhood? I'm gonna call Anna and ask for that information so that way I can get it for you.
Pine Lake?
Pine Lake?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Orlantha, do we have your neighborhood information in your KV4 or no?
No.
Okay, what's your neighborhood name?
I think it's Eagle Glen, but I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2.
Okay, that's okay. All right, so my to-do items is I'm going to request both of your all's information for your neighborhood. And then next week, reach out to Laura, the admin, and have her pencil in some time, and you all can either come to the office and I can help you create this newsletter for your neighborhood. And by helping, I mean, like, I'll hold your computer and I will do it. You just tell me what you want me to do. Okay. Because learning how to create this is fine and dandy, but I've already learned it. So how about we just figure out a half an hour and I'll create it for you. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and we'll start getting these to be sent out. Okay. As long as you know how to schedule them, that's all that matters. I can create the template. So next week, and I'll let everybody else know, reach out to Laura and y'all are going to have like half an hour times to just come into the office. And basically I'm going to be in your KV Core creating the template for you. So like if you have pictures that you want on there, like maybe you have a picture of your neighborhood, or whatever it is, or maybe it's like in Canva, it's got like a picture of you and all your information, and you could say, you know, neighborhood specialist or whatever. And then we'll go from there and we'll create the original template. So that way we can start sending these out to your all's neighborhood, because the holidays are great times. Like, and it doesn't have to be real estate related. That's the thing. It's just stuff to get people to want to look at it. So like, I think like Sungroves News brought to you by Jackie Durbin. I think that's just funny. Like, and people like to be entertained. And then because of the holidays coming up, it could even be like, maybe it's a link to a YouTube talking about, you know, like how to, you know, do a decorating the cookies with the kids. Okay. The only thing I will suggest is make sure that if you're picking different videos to add on there, if you're adding different things, make sure you're being inclusive to all ethnic groups. So like, I'm allowed to say this, don't have all your videos white people, because we service all types of people. So make sure that the stuff that you're sending out to your neighbors, you're showing that you're inclusive. I think that's one thing that like we do, but like sometimes we forget to do that. So make sure you're being inclusive. Don't just talk about Christmas, because guess what? We have clients who celebrate other holidays as well. So make sure that you're not being singular. Okay. So, you know, it could be talking about Hanukkah, you could talk about Kwanzaa, you could talk about whatever. And then remember, we have some clients who don't celebrate any holidays. So that's okay too. So be kind of inclusive. You could also be thinking about, you know, like maybe you want to do like a drive. Okay. So like maybe you want to do like a small toy drive for a children's hospital. You can't send, they have to be brand new toys, I believe. But like think of something. So one of the things that I watched this webinar and it made my heart break. So like foster kids, and I never knew this, they have to put everything that they own in garbage bags and go from house to house. To me, that's just heartbreaking. Like, first of all, you're already like in foster care. So the person who was supposed to love you and take care of you for whatever reason couldn't or didn't. And now you have to bring your stuff in a garbage bag, the same stuff you would put like used cat litter in. Now you're putting your, like, that's just horrible. And so yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, we can do that on the phone. That's fine. 3:30 tomorrow. Okay. So anyhow, sorry about that. So one of the things that I wanted to do is, and I still have to get with these people because I need to know, is there a need for luggage? Because how much more would it make my heart feel if, like, instead of all my stuff in a garbage bag, now it's in a nice piece of luggage? I don't think it really like gets rid of the feeling, but at least it makes you not feel like a piece of trash that's just being shipped around. So anyhow, and I don't know if it has to be new luggage because of like pet allergies and pet dander, or if it could be like newer luggage, but like still in good shape. So I need to find out those things, but that's something that I want to do. I want to do a luggage drive where, you know, people could just bring like one piece of luggage. I mean, what, you go to TJ Maxx and you spend $40, like it's not that expensive. It's not like life or death, but I think that would be something cool that would be a give back. And our neighborhood specifically loves to get involved in stuff like that. Or, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe a food kitchen or something. So maybe it's, you know, what is it? Feed My Starving Children. Hey guys, you know, around the holidays, it's really nice to be thankful for what we have, but also to give back to others. I'd love to have like a neighborhood event where we all go and serve at Feed My Hungry Children. Here's a survey. Let us know if you want to attend. Get their email or their phone number, and then do a group text reminder reminding them of this event and this time. And then take videos of it and then send that out. Hey guys, remember when we did this last year? What should we do next year? But the more that you can get them involved that is not real estate related, the more likely they are to remember your name when they do have a real estate related question. So it's a long-term game, but we have KV Core. Let's just go ahead and add it. And I don't mind creating the templates. So, all right. So my homework is I'm going to get Pine Lake and Eagle Glen's information from Anna. As soon as she sends that to me, I'll put it in the format that it needs to be. And then we'll upload that into your KV Core. It'll take it a couple days. And then if the two of you can text me individually your login information for KV Core, so your login and your password, so that way as soon as I get that information, I'll just add it into your KV Core. I'll hashtag it with your neighborhood name and make it a saved filter. And then once I get that information or whatever, once I've got it entered in, then I'll remind you also, maybe like next Monday, reach out to Laura and we'll go ahead and get you all scheduled to come in, and I'll help you create some newsletters for the upcoming holidays. Sound good? All right. See, I'm such a giver. I give so much.
I have a couple questions for you, Jackie.
Yes, ma'am.
So as you set up these tabs, can people populate in multiple tabs? Okay,
And I-
so, okay,
And I have
Um,
that. Mine do that too.
okay, so does that cause a problem if you're sending out, for example, if you've got somebody set up on a newsletter hashtag for just a regular real estate related newsletter, and then you've got them set up in your neighborhood tab, will it send them both?
It will send them both.
Okay, which is fine. It's just good to know.
Yes.
And then when you set up your template and you put a title, an email title, can that be changed each time?
Yes.
Can that can be edited?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I
Now,
had
not the template name, but the subject line.
the
Yes.
subject line. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that can be changed.
Okay. Okay.
All right, guys. Yes, Greg.
I have one question I kind of misunderstood. Laura's from Magnus.
Laura is our admin.
Oh, Laura, the admin, because there's a Laura from Magnus.
Yes.
And what am I asking for, Laura?
Just tell her that you need 30 minutes on my calendar
30
the,
minutes.
the
Okay.
week of the 10th, and then she'll add you in there.
Okay, I just missed that little. Thank you.
No worries. And I'll send out an email reminding all of you all.
No, that's cool.
Because
I
not
got that.
everybody was on. So I'll tell everybody, hey, if you need help with creating your newsletters for your neighborhood, then call Laura and I'll have her number or email her. And then she'll put 30 minutes in my calendar. So that way everybody's not the same.
Thank you very much.
No problem. And I guess probably like for Michelle and Alice, I may have to do theirs on Zoom because I know they're working during the day
I
at their
work
other
during the day
job.
too.
So,
My
So
only
if-
days are Sundays and Mondays.
oh, wow. All right. Well, then we'll just make sure yours is on a Monday then, Greg. Just tell Laura that. And so it'll probably be like at will. Okay, it'll be after that you would meet with Kristen. So yours would be like at 1:30. That way you can have a little bit of a break. We'll let you go get some food. We'll snack while we're together. All right, guys, I know Chris is ready for you all here in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. And then I will add this video to the Facebook, the D Team Facebook, the closed group. So that way you have it to look at. And then I'll also text out the link. So that way it's easy to find.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, Jackie.
Bye.